Okay, so you've mixed the song, it's done. Everything's happy, you've submitted the master. And then the client or the producer calls you and says, hey man, we need the stems for the album launch. So yeah, I'll show you how I do that in Cubase. Let's get into it. So first of all, I have a lot of things going on. It's all drums, loop, bass, main keys, aux keys, guitars, backing vocals, live backing vocals, lead vocals, and there's all kinds of routing and bussing happening. It's all going up here. I've got parallel compressions. I've got different effects returns, and then I've got my 2-bus, which is all of these plugins here. So when I bounce stems, I want each stem to have all of this processing on it. So to do that, you'd probably solo the drums, bounce that, and then solo the loops, bounce that, solo the bass, bounce that. I'm going to show you how you can set everything up so that it bounces one time. Okay, so if you haven't already in your session, go ahead and create a marker track. Add that. And what we're going to use is cycle markers. So select the range of your song in Cubase. Just select and press P. And you can see, okay, we're going up to bar 144 and from the beginning, right from bar 1 or 0. And then we add a cycle marker right there. Okay, and then let's open up the naming tab and let's name our first cycle marker 01 drums. Okay, that's good. And then we're going to copy the entire mix and paste it as many times as stems that we need. So I'm going to go for 1 drum stem, 2 loops, 3 bass, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9 stems for this song. So in Cubase, Control-Shift-C copies the entire range selected. Or if you go to Edit, go to Range, say Global Copy, right? And then we move our cursor about 1 or 2 bars away from that range. So let's move here and Control-Shift-V. And that pastes the entire range. So now we've got our entire mix twice. We're going to do that again. So let's select all of this, press P. Now we've got both instances of the mix selected. Edit, Range, Global Copy. Move our cursor 1 or 2 bars away. Go to Edit, Range, Paste Time. So now we've got 4 instances of our mix. So we need to do this maybe one more time. So move it over 2 bars, Control-Shift-V. Now we have 6 instances of our mix. And then one more time and we've got 8. Great. So now what we do is we're going to rename our markers. Make sure you sort them by position so that as the song goes, the markers go in that order. So our second marker is we're going to go according to our folder tracks over here. So drums, loops, you can see the cycle marker changing name. Third one will be bass. Next, main keys, you can see over here. Next one, aux keys. Guitars. Backing vocals. And then I'm going to skip live vocals because we're bouncing stems, so the live vocals are not needed. And then I send the lead vocal perhaps just in case they want to do a remix or something like that. Okay, so now we've got our cycle markers named. Drums, loops, bass, main keys, aux keys, guitars, BBs, and lead vocals. And then grab your eraser tool and start removing what you don't need in that particular stem. And this is where folder tracks come in handy because you can just delete entire sections and it won't affect any automation or anything like that. And I can show you how Cubase copies the automation across for each instance of the mix. So each cycle marker, the mix sounds exactly the same. Our next stem, we just want loops. Next stem, we just want bass. Yeah, and so forth. So we're going to delete until we have main keys only in this stem. And then over here, we're going to delete until we have aux keys only. And we carry on the pattern, remove until we have only guitars over here. And then make sure we've got BVs only over here. And then lead vocals on the last stem. Okay, so now we've done that. See, we've got a nice staircase of files. And then we export audio mix down. And over here, we're telling Cubase to use cycle markers and to export from the main stereo out. So we select our cycle markers and choose a folder. Let's create a new one. The song is called My Season. And put the tempo in as well. I know the tempo of the song is 98 BPM. Go into that folder, save. Okay. And then we've got to tell Cubase on the naming scheme to use the cycle marker names. Because normally it will just use name or free text or channel number. We don't want any of that. We just want cycle marker names. So when it exports, it's going to export all of these files with the correct name. And then you press export and Cubase will do its thing.
A few moments later.
Okay, and there we have it. Our beautifully bounced stems. Drums, loops, bass, main keys, aux keys, guitars, BVs, and lead vocals. The MD or producer will use these on the live show or to remix or for whatever purposes they need. That's what it looks like in Cubase. We can import this. Just have a quick look. There we go. Solo this track. So we've got our drums, loops, bass, main keys, aux keys, guitar, BVs, lead vocals.
Just believe it!
Okay, and that's the process. The stems carry all of my processing. You can hear the reverbs and delays are present, especially on the BVs. So everything has gone through my extensive processing over here with reverbs, delays, and especially my 2-bus. See, I've got a bunch of EQs on here. Another EQ, another color box. I've got God particle as well. So yeah, that is how we do stems. Hope that's helpful. Like, subscribe, follow, do the things. See you in the next one.